above where the clouds reside, with engines roaring, wings open wide. A silver bird takes to the blue, oh the joy of flying, a dream come true. Christchurch sky is a wondrous show. Small planes rise, large jets glow. Runway dances, a grand ballet. Airborne whispers call my heart away. Oh, the power of flight, it stirs my soul. A timeless rhythm, it makes me whole. From the hum of props to the jet's loud song, in the air is where I belong. Stirs my soul, a timeless rhythm, it makes me whole. From the hum of props to the jet's loud song, in the air is where I belong. Kiss earth, the engines sigh, a brief embrace, then they kiss the sky. Departure gates and tarmac trails, a symphony where nothing fails. The winds of Canterbury lift them high, tracing arcs against the southern sky. Each takeoff and landing a thrill anew, a dance of wings, a boundless view.
Good morning from Christchurch. Let me know how we're going in the old sound and so on. Let me just I just need to fiddle with that a bit. Okay, let me know how we're doing on the old sound, and welcome to Christchurch, everyone. Alex O'Brien, member for 1 month. Tucker Gaming, member for 4 months. G'day, Chanel. How you doing? Excellent. As you can see, we've got a little bit of breeze. I've brought out the weather station. The weather station's saying 9.4 kilometres an hour from the northeast. So, yeah, thank you, Chanel. That's brilliant. That's good to know. It's a beautiful day here in Christchurch and Canterbury. See if we can give you a bit of a look at the hills in the background there. Probably going to need to throw on a few stops of ND filter just to ducking it down a bit. There's just a lot of glare out there. So, very bright. I'd like to say thanks to Carwyn for coming out, and thanks to Carwyn for giving us the heads up on Wimbledon today. So really looking forward to seeing the Wimbledon livery. I think we missed it last time. I think either I was not well, which is a bit of a story. Haven't been well for the past month or so. Ever since those really windy days, I think I got a lung full of dust, and doctor said it's not pneumonia or anything really bad like that, but definitely something to just take it easy for a while. So I haven't been coming out to stream. Wind's picked up now, 14.8 kilometres an hour. Really noticeably picked up just then. With the weather station, let me whip round and give you a bit of a look at my baby weather station. So this is my weather station here, and it's pretty reliable. Like, it measures rainfall and all that sort of carry on. So the other day it was measuring all sorts of things like snow and sleet and stuff like that. It was really not the greatest day in the world, but yeah, definitely good to get an accurate reading on the wind's speed and direction, and the temperature. And the temperature at the moment, according to this, is 13.5 degrees, so that's not too bad. Let's compare that to the Christchurch Airport report and see what Christchurch Airport reckons it is. Touch on you, come on, and show me arrivals and departures and things. CHC. Oh, okay. Tell you what, let's turn that off. Done. Right. Yeah, that wouldn't help. So, highlights of the stream. We're looking forward to seeing both the arrival and departure of Singapore. So Singapore 297, Carwin tells me it's passed over the coast, so we shouldn't be too far away from seeing it, getting eyes on. And beyond that, yeah, we'll see it come in and land. We're getting landings on... what have we done there? It needs to be tightened up, and that means to be loosened off. I lent my tripod to someone, and it's come back a little askew. Yeah. Top tip, never lend your tripod to anybody. And let's... okay, so that's not too bad. Why am I not getting anything at all? My flight radar's playing up. Close that. Get my Wi-Fi. Yeah, so not having the greatest luck with my phone at the moment. G'day Alex, yeah, crossing the Alps, brilliant. JP Mac, welcome in. And love you, mate. Yeah, good day. G'day Trish, awesome to see you. Welcome in. Beautiful day here in Christchurch, a little bit cool this morning. After yesterday, yesterday was very nice in the morning, but man, around about 2 o'clock, it really, the weather really took a nosedive. Okay, Let me see if I can join my network. Right. Sean, mate. G'day. Oh, awesome, mate. Well, not yet. I haven't received it yet, mate. But it's eventually it's going to turn up. So yeah, so good to see you, mate. Awesome. Yeah, I haven't been too well lately, so I haven't been getting out very much. So yeah, I hope you and the fam bam have settled back into the UK and doing all the good things over there. Yeah, we won't talk about the rugby, but yeah, except to say well done England. Yes, got one over us, and yeah, in the end it wasn't close. Right, finally my passes out their sort of drinks and snacks. Well done, Danielle. Yeah, Danielle, our flight attendant here on 4K Aircraft Live. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Sean, I haven't been all that well. Been sort of confined to home and bed, and yeah, been to see a couple of doctors and had a prescription or two. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. Then it matters not then. Oh, what do we got? Got a. Beautiful. Look at that. That's lovely. That's really nice. Now, if we can work out on flight radar what he is, that'd be even better. So he's private, obviously. Private owner. Piper Seneca too. Ooh, very nice. So there's a twin engine Piper Seneca. How are we doing on we're doing okay. 7 minutes. 7 minutes to our friends at Singapore. And that's a tight turning circle that one's coming on. Haven't got the long lens on, so we can't really reach down there and see it too closely for you, but why crikey, he's certainly turned a tight circle on this one here. He'll be coming in fairly shortly, and that's Jetstar 225 coming in from Auckland. Thanks, Cowan. Yep, that's exactly what we want to see. And here he comes in from the top left. We won the cricket though. Okay, yeah. Apparently we won the netball as well. So, yeah. So, yeah. Not that it's a sporting channel in any way, but yeah, we do celebrate the odd national victory. Yeah, so the snow's almost completely gone from the tops. There's one or two sort of hanging around the Mount Hutt area, but yeah, pretty much done. Oh, we got the fire engine coming. It's got the old lights. Have a look at that, Colin. See the fire engine down there? See the fire engine right down the end there? Yeah, it's flashing away there. That's awesome. So I imagine the fireys, I didn't see them doing their usual Sunday practice down at the engineering base, so I'm just wondering if they might be a little bit late on it. I wonder if the aforementioned rugby game had anything to do with that. Never mind. We will see them when we do. So let's yeah. So we're still on 13 degrees, and the wind's around about 9 kilometres an hour. So not too fresh. You can definitely feel there's a little bit of a chill there, but it's not too bad. Put the puffer jacket on today. Everybody will be happy about that. Mrs. Seki will be very happy about that. She wasn't too thrilled with me coming out, but yeah, sort of made enough of an improvement in my condition to get a pass. So you're getting an echo, are you, Cowan? Yeah, yeah. Cowan's got the earbud in one ear and me in the other ear, so he's sort of getting a delay. So however long it takes to go through the go through YouTube and get out the other end, certainly getting a good idea for how much of a delay there is. And that should be Singapore, is it? Or is it? No, that's not Singapore. That's 640, NZ 640, coming in from Queenstown, ATR 72600. And behind him is a bit of an Airbus. Mid-size Airbus, A350-900, one of the finest airliners currently in service. Very, very nice. So Sean, if you're still with us, what's the local airport? You get spoiled for choice a bit if you're in the London area, or have you joined the masses up in Manchester at all? Did I see, I wasn't well enough to sort of take a look, but I saw Luton Airport associated with your name? Was that the go? Yeah. Gee, if I was in the UK, oh my goodness. Spoiled for choice. I think Manchester's pretty good. You can get that aviation park or over the other side, and by crikey, you get some good views. Heathrow's a bit too much. It's just constantly, and the traffic. Traffic's sort of on two runways, and get a bit jammed up. You either choose one runway or the other runway, and it seems with Manchester they have a little bit more choice over the ops, of course, not being quite the same sort of anywhere near the same sort of frequency as Heathrow. Yeah. They both have Concords. One in a museum hangar, and the other one sort of sits out on the end of one of the runways. A very awesome sight. If there was one airliner that I could bring back, it would be that one. Here we go. Airbus. Smee is coming in, is it, Harewood? SME, yes, it's been here quite a few times, that one. Hope he comes all the way down. Be nice. Be nice for him to come all the way down. Come on. Cross your fingers, people, and hope that we're going to get a visit from an AE350. Yeah, Alex, that's definitely the go. Does anybody know when the extra flights start, or have they started already? The extra Singapore flights starting for summer. That's a starter for 10 in the chat there. Let us know if you've done some research. Pulled that one up fairly fast. I think he's going to come off at A3. It's a bit of a shame. So no special visit for us today. Hope that's not a portent of things to come. We hope that we're going to be seeing the Wimbledon livery today, Emirates. apparently it arrived in Sydney on time, which is good, which means we're going to be seeing it here roughly on time. If it, of course, gets out of Sydney on time or anywhere near close to it. So we should be seeing it around about 2 o'clock. Which would be way too late for our friends over in the UK. But you never know. Might be a night owl. Get up for feeding time or whatever. Wee Rory. Singapore. Go back to the control tower and just lock that off. Yeah, so we're not going to get to see Cafe today. Apparently, they don't come on the weekend, or they don't come today. I think they might have come yesterday. It's a bit sad. So I love the 1000. 1000 to me is the best airliner currently in service. It's really, really top stuff. Yep. So next in is Z525 from Auckland. Shouldn't be too far away. Yep, let's get across to him now. Why is it not focusing? Excellent. That's better. NZ525. Winds up to 12 kilometres an hour, and temperatures up to 14 degrees, according to the weather station. Got one or two other spotters turning up. Unfortunately, they've missed Singapore, arriving at least. They'll get to see the departure. Unfortunately, because it's a northerly, it won't come down this end and take off to the south on a 20. It will go down to the other end and do a 02 take off, roll, and head off to the north. And yeah, it's a bit unfortunate for those folks who have come to this end of the field to see that. been on NZ525 a couple of times, have you, Alex? That's awesome. Yeah. There's a lot of flights from Auckland now, really are. And good to hear Jetstar have put on some extra flights as well. My goodness, it's actually very bright now. Might even put on one more stop of ND filter. Yeah, so got some folks down there who've come out to do some spotting. Yeah, unfortunately they just arrived a little bit too late. I see a chap that looks very much like one Mike Power heading our way. Not 100% sure on that, but sure looks like him. This is 362 off to Wellington. First proper departure. We did have that really nice Piper Seneca take off earlier. Oh, you meant Singapore? Yeah, oh well, so, yeah, Singapore is wonderful. Yeah, if you've been on that a couple of times. Yep. They're really well and truly worth it. It's not Mike Power. He's not come to say g'day, so it can't be him. First effort of the day. Yeah, lost our touch. Off to Wellington. Okay, we'll just come down and have a wee look at the weather station. See the old wind velocity. It's definitely picked up a bit. Wellington Flights live stream. Oh yeah, awesome. Yeah, Wellington Flights Live are going live this afternoon, a little bit before the end of our show, yeah, so Kevin has got a stream scheduled for this afternoon, which is really nice. So it may be with Romeo. I can't vouch for that, but it's always nice when Kevin and Romeo are together on his stream. And yeah, be nice. Of course, he's going to start before we get, probably before we get our Wimbledon liveried A380 in the door. So you're welcome to stick around for that. Well, aren't we lucky? We're getting a Hercules departure. US Air Force Hercules departing. Skier. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good stuff. Yeah, Alex, that's exactly it. Pardon me. Yeah, pardon me. The odd cough might come across. Just a little bit difficult to contain those. That aircraft is 181 in from Palmerston North. The one that's going to come across behind the skier. Here it comes. It's the Palmerston North flight. Oh, it's Frozen 04. It's Frozen 04, not skier. Frozen. Right. It's going to be really good to see this one. It's not a C-17, but we love our Hercules. Saw a few of them in Japan. Japanese Air Force, US Air Force. Saw their fancy trick for backing up. It was really quite a trick. They were delivering a pickup truck to Ishigaki, and I just happened to be there, and the US Air Force Hercules landed and then spun around, and then next moment it's backing itself up across the tarmac, and then they opened the rear door and lowered the ramp, and then eventually they drove the truck out, and the truck barely fitted inside the those big American pickup trucks. It barely fitted inside the C-130, but they had enough room in there, and it was really quite something to see the Hercules backing up and then dropping off its cargo. Looks like we've got Jetstar. Is it Jetstar pushing back? No. Just looks that way. Anyway, let's just concentrate on Mr. Frozen 04. off to somewhere a lot cooler than the 14.6 degrees that we currently have here at Christchurch Airport. Yes, well, the Germans have got their A400s here, but they're not. I think we've only seen them in Christchurch once, and I wasn't around to see them. They have been in the North Island, and New Zealand Air Force went for the Super Hercules as a replacement rather than going to the Airbus. It's quite a competition between Lockheed Martin, the American manufacturers basically, and the European ones, Airbus and so on. In this particular case, the New Zealand Air Force went for Super Hercules rather than those really quite attractive A400s. Where's he off to? He's going to go for a big left-hand turn and head south. Okay. Got someone else coming around. Let's turn that off. Find that and go up here. Oops. What have we done there? Lost it. Is that that's what we've done? So we've lost it. P68. Very high. Twin engine trainer for the Canterbury Aero Club. P68. So yeah, if you want to do your multi-engine certificate, that's the aircraft that they get you to use at Canterbury Aero Club. NZ Aviation Academy, so the School of Aviation they have there. This is 580 off to Auckland. Let me see how we're doing. Aircraft that we saw on the downwind earlier is 527 coming in from Auckland. We'll go across and take a look at him. Here he comes. Here we've got a runway inspection. Looks like car 6. There's a A322 for you. There you go. It looks like we have a Texan on the way in. Tex Gold, Tex 2. If you're playing the flight radar, and looks like he's making a beeline for us. And there are two of them, as is usually the case. Only the leader displaying his. Yep, very big, very true, Alex. I wonder if they're actually going to land. They're awfully high still. They may be just making a pass. I think they're just going to make a pass. Okay, so they've gone for a pass and now they're going to go on a downwind run, and we may see them come in and land. So they've taken that gone out to the west. Gumball. Yeah, it looked like it was on finals, but they just stayed high. Alex, they didn't even make any attempt to come in for a landing. They just overflew, and now they're doing a bit of a zigzag out over Swanoa area. Once they're over the Waimakariri, yeah, let's keep our eye on on flight radar and see if they're going to come back. It's nice of them to pay us a visit. And we've got 348 just poking its nose out there. So let's get this one off first. Lovely. Alex, is that for real? The A321, is it? That is true. That will be quite a catch. Thank you, Alex. Have we got a, is that on flight radar? Can we track that one at all? That'd be awesome if we could. See, Daisy. Still got to readjust, get my settings back on this tripod. Having lent it to someone, came back slightly undone. Never mind. Let's have a look at our windsock, favourite thing. Take a look at. Have we got a helicopter? We do have a helicopter. Yay! We have to get our requisite number of helicopters on the stream. And that is 1. It's probably a little far away. We got our helicopter yet? No, he's just gone too fast for us. Over the top of that tower there. I think we might miss out. Just too far. He's too far away and he's too white against sort of a white-ish sky. If he comes back, we'll be sure and get him. Okay. Here we go. terminal. Well, welcome folks. NZDF alerts. Thanks, mate. Ah, awesome. Well, I might try a thing. Since it's here, and we've got a bit of break, let me see if I can go and awesome, so that's good. And tried. Okay, so it only likes that orientation. It's a bit unfortunate. 1619. I should do that. Okay. Might get a visit from the Luftwaffe. Luftwaffe 321. German Air Force. Yep. Go. Well, let's see if the behind the scenes camera works. There's quite a delay on it, so it's a bit hard to see. But this is our behind the scenes camera. Thought I'd whip one up just cause, you know, every man and his dog seems to be doing those sorts of things these days. And yeah, so happy day. Behind the scenes camera. As Sean alluded to earlier, I've got some more interesting equipment on the way, and behind the scenes might be part of that, might not as well, but yeah, just sort of thought we might see how much how much of a interest there was from people in seeing it. Yep, we won't neglect the dashie coming in. We can see the dashie is coming in. And he's up there. So that's the one, and there we go. Just lock that off, and we'll hide the scenes camera so that we can see the dashie. It's more important than seeing what's going on here on the mound. We've got a pushback on Jetstar going on. Thank you. So if we can figure out what to do with this behind the scenes camera, here I don't want to have a special channel for it or anything like that. I'd really rather just bring it into the main broadcast from time to time. Just have a bit of a play around with it and see what it can do. Yes, I can see the contrail. Hang on, Alex. Good spotting. If we go down to USAVE and go up, I just wonder with this lens, it's pretty high. Yeah, we've got the short lens on, unfortunately. It's definitely there. I dare not turn that off, otherwise we'll get blinded. So if I look there, yep, there we go, we can see it. A321, allegedly. Yeah, if I had my long lens on, we'd probably get quite a bit closer than this. that's about as good as we can get. $36,000 feet, you reckon? Phew. So what's that? 10,000 meters plus? And it's heading right up towards the sun. Thank goodness we've got so much ND filter on. You're going to see the sun in just a moment, so prepare to be blinded, everybody. So he's gone right through the sun, out the other side. And the camera is almost vertical, isn't it, Carwin? Look at that! Look at the camera. So it's straight up in the air. Carwin, the camera's straight up in the air. Let me pivot it right around. Oh man, it's so hard to do. And I'll go straight up again. And hopefully I actually have to undo the handle, loosen the handle off so I can get more degrees of tilt on it. Here we go, we're back. Streaming in yoga. Thank you, Kev. Yeah, good on you, mate. Welcome to the stream, mate. Very kind of you to join us. I understand you're having a stream later, starting about 1:30. We won't quite be finished by then, because we've got our Fancy Nancy Wimbledon Livery coming in at just a little after that time. But yeah, okay. I'll loosen the handle off again so that I get a little bit more purchase on it. That's a bit better. Yeah, Kev, lovely to see you. We won't quite be finished by 1:30, but we will probably wrap up after after we've got that fancy-dancy Wimbledon livery in the door. And hopefully he comes and visits us down here. Singapore didn't this morning. Pulled up rather early. And I failed at that yoga. I think I've pulled something. Ow, 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 ow. And congrats to all the folks doing the Queenstown Marathon today. I understand today's the day. A few old work colleagues who have been training quite extensively for it. And yeah, wish them all the best. Yeah, YouTube is a pretty big place, isn't it, Kev? And yeah, as long as we all play nicely, I think there's more than enough to go around. Yeah, pop-up streams. Well, that's sort of been me a little bit. I've sort of settled into this. Well, settled until illness sort of forced me not to. On the Sunday slot, so doing Sunday mornings. As the old health improves, I think we might end up doing a few more. Let me find a thing. Where's my thing? Aviation security driving past, and yeah, you're more than welcome, folks. Yeah, like I say, I have not seen the fireys down here practicing as they usually do on Sunday. Just wonder if they perhaps have postponed it for some reason. But yeah, normally they come down here and to the engineering base and practice on a Sunday. There is a rather large green mean machine parked where they normally would be. Oh, you're welcome, Brisbane Flyer. It's awesome to see you, mate, and welcome in. Be a bit warmer in Brisbane than it is here. Though, having said that, we've just hit 15 degrees, which, you know, by Brisbane standards is positively frigid. But, yeah. And we've got a little bit of a nor'easter, really, behind us, which is why we've got 02 ops. And, yeah, we're seeing the aircraft make approaches from the south and departures to the north. G'day, Plane Spotter Adelaide. Yeah, awesome. Welcome in. Welcome in. I can see the gumball. I promised to try and get it when it returned. It's pretty small. It's just there. Right there. And he's landing right down in GCH. The problem with helicopters of that size is if they're any distance away at all, it's really, really hard to track them. Hopefully we get something a bit more substantial, like an H120 or a 140 or something like that at some stage. 8:22 a.m. Oh, enjoy some breakfast plane spotting action here in Christchurch. We had Singapore, our only wide body at the moment. We're expecting to see. It seems ridiculous to say, but in about 3.5 hours and a bit, so between 3.5 and 4 hours, we're going to see the Wimbledon Livery A380 arrive here in Christchurch. So yeah, very, very keen to see that. Before that, we'll be seeing the A350-900 as SQ298 departing Christchurch for Singapore, and usually they fly right over the top of Sydney to get to Singapore. Although I have been on one once upon a time, and we went over Melbourne, and you could look down and you could see the Melbourne cricket ground. That was pretty special, that flight. Really memorable just for that fact. We could look down and see the familiar side of the Melbourne cricket ground underneath. And yeah, that was on the way to Singapore, and that was via, you know, so taking off from here. I think it was in the days when they used the I'm gonna say 767 to do the route, to service the route. Alright, what do we got going on? Ooh. Yeah, so that was good stuff. A7, yeah, Yeah, they're going all the way down, aren't they, Cohen? It's really, really strange. And of course, Singapore, the A350-900, because it's got a reasonable amount of a breeze here, was able to pull up by A3 and easily exit this morning. So we didn't get to see it up close. A bit disappointing. Never mind, we've seen it up close before. Air New Zealand has begun using the 321s more and more to service Christchurch, Queenstown and Dunedin. As the South Island sort of really has quite a lot of demand. And yeah, it's doing reasonably well economically as well. So for all those folks of you living in other parts of the country, yeah, if you're looking for a job, the South Island's probably not a bad punt. And here we go. So we've got about 15 kilometres an hour of breeze, or is that knots? Did I change that to knots? I have to take my glasses off and see. It is knots. Okay, so 13.7. Okay, so yeah, I thought I'd changed the wind speed indicator to knots, but I wasn't quite sure. The knots part, the units are quite small on my display. You can easily make out the direction and the velocity. Oh, awesome. 1510, that's the designation, isn't it? They have that the cross, the German cross in the middle, and they have what is it, the unit number, and then on the right hand side the actual yeah, I'm not quite sure how the Luftwaffe do it, but I think one side is definitely the unit number, and the other side I think might be the aircraft designation for that unit. But yeah, I guess a quick Google would probably sort us all out there. Let me go back in here. Go back to this, and see what we've got going on. Oh, it's still over here. Should be going back up to Auckland this afternoon. Okay, it's terrific. Yeah, we haven't seen, I think the A400 briefly visited Christchurch, and I definitely wasn't around for it, but yeah, I really don't think anybody was out and captured it. which is really a shame because yeah, beautiful aircraft. Love those A400s. Sort of the prop version of the C-17, aren't they? They're not too dissimilar in their architecture. Welcome to Airside, Wellington Flights Live. Thank you so much for joining me. It means a lot to have someone such as yourself join us on the side of the fence. Yeah, Kev, Sean popped in earlier and sort of let slip that he'd heard that someone's picking up another piece of equipment, and yeah. Anyway, but he seems to be well, so I think it's well past his bedtime now. But very good to see him. Haven't really caught up with him at all. Yeah, he's missed from Christchurch, really. It's always good to. He was the one who would get up really early in the morning and do the early morning streams for us. Nobody was keen to do that in the winter time. Certainly not me. Yeah, very much not a winter person. That's me. Due out 9:06. Okay, so a little bit late, but that's not. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hopefully, Kev. Hopefully it sort of simplifies things a little bit. At the moment I've sort of, got in encoder and I have to plug that in. I've got, modems and things, and yeah. Whereas if we just had the one box, and I've seen how simple Mike's made it. So much simpler than what I've got going on, and he's just got the one. Almost pick it up and move it around. In fact, I've seen him do it. Just pick up and move his entire stack from one location, 10-15 metres down the way there. G'day NZ1 Aviation. Your ears must be burning, mate. We've been talking about you just now. Yeah, just talking about you, the simplified stack that you've got going on there, and just the ability to actually pick it up and move it around. Get out of harm's way as you had to the other day, and or just move it around people. In the case of over at the Aero Club there, it's can be a little bit of an issue. Get some enthusiastic people out there on the balcony, a few too many heads in the way, that sort of thing. But it's public space and all that. So that's our windsock, and yeah, like I say, I did change my weather station to read the wind, and it's saying 14.4 knots, and by the windsock that's roughly about right. If you look at the windsock, if it's on that sort of 45 degree-ish angle, that's roughly 15 knots. Yeah, much calmer than than the days that we were out when we had those nor'west gales, and it's just the air was just full of dust, and I think my lungs are full of dust as well, mate. But yeah, that was the go. So we're in a bit of a lull, really are. Could probably grab that thing and try and do something else. Yeah, well, what I might do is I've got camo. Got the camo, switch the camo on. Not connected, but we are connected. I swear we are connected. We were connected earlier. Pair of device. Okay, try this. There we go. Easy. Close. Right. So here we go. What I'll do is I will bring up Mr. Camo. Okay. So that is the weather station's output. Now it does go onto the internet, but because I've bought it from home, it uses a completely different SSID at home to route through. It won't broadcast to the internet from here. I'm going to try and work around that and sort that out, but yeah, so that's that, and that's the weather station. I'll zoom in on that. Can I zoom in? Why can't you zoom in on that? I could walk over and give you a better look at it. Go a little bit of behind the scenes, and seen the weather station pinged up. Thank you, Danielle. Yes, we could do with some snacks. That'd be awesome. Thanks so much. Panda san, o hayou gozaimasu. O hayou gozaimasu. こちらこそ。ありがとうございます。今日はいい天気です。今15度、15.6 度ぐらい。北の風、ちょっとあったかい。強いの。 13ノット、15ノット。ちょっと強いの。So it sounds like Emirates EK412 is pinging up. Thank you, Carwin. And once it gets out of Sydney, it's only about 2.5 hours across Christchurch. You barely have enough time to sip your champagne and have a bit of breakfast and what have you. It's a very nice service on Emirates. If you have not been across to Sydney via Christchurch on that EK413 or EK412 on the return, I highly recommend it. If you have, if you want a sample of first class travel, then that's the way to do it. It'll set you back about $1,700 one way, but thoroughly recommend. At least going business class, and first class if you can possibly afford it. Now, who we got here, Colin? I've got my flight radar. There we go. Must be just about morning tea time, is it? Yeah, all this talk of first class treatment and stuff making me a little bit peckish. Let's have a bit of a squiz at this departing aircraft. It's off to Tauranga. Thank you, Carwin. And for some reason, I'm not seeing all of the chat, which is disturbing. Right, so that's 5:38 off to Auckland. And if I switch that back on, does it show up? Yes, it does. Awesome. Good stuff. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, just use it every now and again. G'day, Greg. Good to see you, mate. Got the old croissant? Yes, that is in fact my lunch. Let me just bring it a little bit closer to the old behind the scenes. Croissant and a banana. Pardon me. That's something. Yep. Unfortunately, can't really control that. This stage, get the old cough drop. Gaff 71 right. Right. That's a lozenge. That'll soothe the old throat. Well, that's lunch, but it's only morning tea time, so I'm going to get the old thermos out, have a drink of something. Not sure what Cowan usually brings his water bottle or something. Usually have one on the weekends. Danielle, yeah, we have a nice market right near us in Rickerton Bush, at Rickerton House, in fact, and there's some nice people there who make really beautiful baked goods, and I usually grab a few croissants for plain ones, and then I add my filling to them. Works out a bit cheaper, and you're a little bit more in control of the ingredients. So yeah. Let me get rid of that. We don't really need that. Terrific. That was 5:38, was it, Carlin? Cool. Oh, we have got a helicopter. Yeah, can I get that helicopter? Up there. Can I see him? Hard to see him on my little monitor. But here's an aircraft takeoff for you. Get the helicopter. We're definitely going to get a go back to base, did he? Not too quite sure. Anyway, so over here is where Singapore is living, under the watchful gaze of the control tower. Alex, that would be awesome if it is true. Just keep an eye on it for us, mate. That would be so good. Danielle, tuna or chicken salad? I'm with the tuna. I don't do chicken. Lettuce, tomato and onion on a croissant, then fresh fruit. Very nice. Very, very nice. Just crept up to 16 degrees here, and the wind is still flooping between flooping, technical term, comes from studying those blow up men that you see at car sales yards and tyre sales and things like that. The arms are known to floop around, and the whole body does the floop, which is the mating dance of the tyre sales ear men, and do it women. Why don't I see all the chat? It's really frustrating. Here we go. I wonder if we got that Hercules. Just stick that in there. You go in here. Look at this. Alright, that was that one, and this one. True. Okay, so if I grab that. And move it. Now, while we've got this bit of a lull, I will endeavour to replay one of the highlights from earlier, which was US Air Force Hercules taking off, and here on his way to the ice, no doubt, as Frozen 04. So we'll try and bring that up for you in the not too distant future. Oh, we've got something coming around. It might be a... What have we got there? Aviation school. Probably. is the answer. And we probably can't see him very well. So, just above that. Here we go. Can see you now, little buddy. Small and far away, not a good combination. Good stuff. And now we've got, looks like an ATR on the way out. Can get rid of you. 157. That's nice. That's a lovely time. As I think I previously indicated, once we've got that Wimbledon in the door, we'll probably pull the plug on for it today. Sort of promised Mrs. Secchi that I wouldn't overdo it, and intend to stick to that. Might come back this evening, but to see the Wimbledon takeoff as EK413. But yeah, we'll just sort of play it by ear a bit. Okay, George, how are you? Yeah, it is a lovely day, isn't it, mate? We've got Jetstar on the pushback. So move it to about there. That. Throw up the old camo again. G'day. Alright. This is the old behind the scenes camera, which we use from time to time, sparingly, just to sort of show you what's going on. Thank you, Harewood. It's awesome info. Check my battery level on this particular one. Have got an app that does it, but reaching over and pressing a button is just as much fun. George, yes we have. Singapore landed if you go right back to the start of the stream, you'll be able to see it. Wasn't too far. We weren't here too long before it landed. So I'm going to say probably 10, 15 minutes after the start of the stream. Round about then. You should be able to just use the old slider thing and go right back to the start of the stream, and you should be able to see that landing. Nothing super spectacular. It pulled up rather early and exited at A3, so it didn't come past us here at A2, so we couldn't get a real nice close-up of it, which we like to do, but today unfortunately not the case. We missed out. So we're hoping that the A380 does come and visit us all the way down here at A2, because it would be a crying shame if it did not do that. A crying shame. What's the story, Alex? German Air Force? Is it headed our way or not headed our way? Be awesome to see it. Really, really would. Can't let Kevin and the people of the North Island and Blenheim have all the fun. Yeah. Mind you, we do get a special livery A380 today, which sort of makes up for it. But we do love our militaries. Speaking of which, I did tee up a thing. I need to go and find that. Here it is. Local file. Go here. And go here. And open that. And okay that. And this is the C-130 taking off as frozen earlier. There we go. Just so you don't have to worry too much. So this is replay. There you go, just while we were waiting for a bit more action here, we've got some action, and should probably just switch that off and let's get that action for you. So let me know if you want to see it again. we can just wind back and do a bit of a replay on the stream. We have got Singapore's one arrival as well. I do have the C-17 departure from the other week. All teed up and ready to go at some stage, in case things got a little bit quiet, and not wanting to stress my voice too much. Sort of thought, well, you know, maybe G up a few favourites that we like to see. So 2:46 off to Auckland. Thank you, Cohen. That's really good of you. Should see it over the city soon. Okay. Okay. Keep my eye on. I'll put my spotter on it. My Carwyn Davies chief spotter. Who says we don't show Jetstar some love? It's really nice of them to low approach. Okay. Okay. Is it worth getting my long lens on? Where are we, Alex? Low approach, then back north to Ohakia. Okay. You didn't tell us that, Alex. You're not allowed to tell us that. Just so you know, this business with the ATC, I have filled in the form on the Ministry of Regulation website and sort of said what gives, pretty much, and yeah, it impedes my enjoyment of going to fly over your house, mate. Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, so it impedes my enjoyment and the enjoyment of others, and we can't really see much point in the old. All right. The ATC rule. So music. Have you got music? Have you, Greg? Where have we got music coming from? Oh, I haven't got any music. Actually, what I need to do is I need to do a thing. Because if we're going to get the Germans, we need something like Ride of the Valkyries, don't we? But, I need to do that, and then I need to do this. Okay. bunker in here. So they're going to do what the Texans did, Alex. What do you reckon? Sorry, Alex Stolzenberger. What we had was, yeah, we had the Texans come, and a pair of them flew over the airfield at about 500 feet or so, and made no attempt to land at all. I wonder if the German Air Force is going to do pretty much the same thing. Let me grab my flight radar.
On the apron, so it might actually be coming in.
Well, if it does come and pay us a visit, Alex, that will be a super bonus. That will be so good. So here's a control tower, our control tower. I am super tempted to put my long lens on. Super tempted. It's just going to make it so much easier to see. Turning on finals. So very long way out. Very long way out. If I go up a little bit more. just can't see him with this lens. Unfortunately, it's just too far away. That's where he is. Here we go. That blob of light will turn into an aircraft. Oh, okay. Doing a climb. Very nice. So high. Bitte. Luftwaffe. Thank you for coming to Christchurch. all we can see. Thanks for coming. Now we got car 6, is it? Oh, car 5. Okay. What's the next one coming then? It's Napier to Christchurch. The black livery. Awesome. So we've got the black duck emoji in the members area there. So feel free to spam the chat with the old black duckery. Black duck livery. Black delivery. Should be with us in the not too distant future. So just find that one and go right there. Mate. Singapore Airlines pinked. Excellent. Thank you, George. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Carwin. Yep, good to have video of special visitors, however brief. He's pinging and he's pushing back. So let's get this black livery, and we'll get Singapore on the taxi. Because he'll push back, he'll spend good 4 or 5 minutes just testing out control surfaces and going through his checks. Good-o. So, black duck in the house and the mustard duck on the way out. And looks like we've got a runway inspection, and that'll be for SQ298. Do tend to do these runway inspections for the wide bodies. More a wildlife check than a check that there are any bits and pieces left behind. There you go. You found the black duck emoji. Well done, guys. Good stuff. Yeah, very much the Black Beauty. I'll go over to Singapore so that you can see the progress it's making. So here we go, just in front of the Novotel there. And we've got best part of 20 knots of breeze now, according to the local weather station, which I bought from home. It's pretty accurate, so I don't doubt it for a moment. Down to 11%, that's plenty still. And he's on the move. Just popping out from below the control tower there. And of course he'll turn left and head south rather than come and see us here at A2. Go all the way down to A7, right at the bottom end of the field there. And A7 is well over 3 kilometres, about 3.8 kilometres or so down the taxiway there. George, yes, been to the top floor of the Novotel several times. In fact, one of my streams I was rained off, and I wasn't keen on exposing my fancy camera equipment. So I ended up doing the stream on my phone, and ended up going up the Novotel. We went for a bit of a drive in the car and had a bit of a look. Went up in the Novotel, and yeah, it was very good. So I can see NZ 349 in the background, just making his way around to his final approach. George, I don't really know the answer to that. The A350 is, I'm going to say, more economical to fly. And if they've got the passenger loading that they want, if they can fill it up, they are putting on extra flights. So I'm not exactly sure when they start. If somebody can do some research and let us know, that would be really, really good. Yeah, Singapore are going to put on additional flights rather than use larger aircraft, because honestly, the only aircraft they could probably use would be the A350-1000, or, as you say, the 777-300. And of those, the 1000 has a greater capacity than the 300. Of course, beyond that, they've got their yes, George, they're coming back in December. They'll be back in Christchurch, and yeah, they don't come for a long time, but they come for a good time. Yeah, come from San Francisco, direct flights from North America to Christchurch. Yeah, it's always good to have that additional service. You know, another international route. Get Cathay, and we get China Southern. So one from Hong Kong, one from Guangzhou. They're not that far apart, really, geographically. We don't really get the main, you know, the likes of the China, the main ones from Shanghai or Beijing airport. China Eastern, that sort of thing. They tend to come to Auckland. Thank you, Danielle, our resident American expert, filling us in on United's plans. That's really good. And here we have our good mate SQ298 right down the other end. And the time is 12:04. George, I don't know. You have to keep up with the Christchurch International Airport website. They tend to announce stuff on there or through their socials. So yeah, if there were any, for example, Vietnam or any out of Southeast Asia, they would be most welcome back to Christchurch. A350-900. And just above him, in the background, we've got a very nice vapor trail. And if somebody playing flight radar could tell us what that northbound aircraft is. Just to the north of Christchurch. George, yeah, pretty unlikely, mate. Pretty unlikely. Conditions are more or less really favourable as far as landing an aircraft is concerned today. Here's a helicopter! Yay, we've met our requisite number of helicopters on the stream. So rescue. So George, yeah, pretty unlikely. As I said, conditions are really, really favourable as far as landing an aircraft today. I mean, if you look at this windsock, it's more or less straight down the runway. Go around conditions, it blows more or less directly across the runway, and we would have all of the medium and below weight aircraft would be using runway 29, the crosswind runway. And yeah, they would not be we had those conditions for a while, and yeah, they weren't very pleasant to film in, let me tell you. You'll probably tell me where that dash is off to, Carwin. The Nelson flight, is it? If I could actually put them in the viewfinder, that would be helpful, wouldn't it? Apologies, I have lost that, and we've got another dasher coming up. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, that would have been my first. That was my first thought. So it's off to Nelson, and this one probably from Nelson, is it? Just hazarding a guess. Haven't got flight radar up in front of me at the moment. Terrific. New Plymouth. Okay. So in from New Plymouth is NZ765. NZ765, thanks for coming and playing the game. Righto, so let me just look on that. You think so, George? Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, westerlies and nor'westers, when it comes over the hills, over the mountains, that's when you get lots of turbulence. We've got more or less straight up and down the runway, so yeah, nothing too dramatic about that. So we've got, was it 535 coming in from Auckland. Dave O'Carapiro, good day. How you doing there, mate? Yeah, good to see you. Well done, mate. Yeah, good to see you, mate. And yeah, we will get 535 when he turns up. There's a medical. That's where that helicopter went. Went to the Wymack. Yeah, interesting. Searching for someone, maybe? He's not gone out into the water very much, but yeah, very interesting seeing where the rescue helicopter is gone. Right, so 535 coming in shortly, and then it'll be time for a little bit of seki lunch. Time to get a bit of a cup of something warm. Keep the hydration up, and then I'll hook into my croissant. There. There he comes. Just lock it off a bit. Here you'll see him come in. Nicely done. 535 in from Auckland. And we've got the best part of 20 knots. Now, according to my weather station, 20 knots, and it's coming from east-northeast. So watch this one back to the gate, then we'll might show you a replay of Mr. Frozen again, and then after Mr. Frozen we might show you another one. It's bigger cousin, not from today but from the other week. Just to fill in the time and entertain us all. So it's NZ535 back to the gate, and coming in now is 746 from Dunedin. domestic prop gates round behind the terminal there. And we'll lock that one off. And we will bring up local file again. Yeah, which is frozen. 04. Davo, to answer your question, it's probably, I'm going to say, about 90%. I promised Mrs. Seki I wouldn't come out for too long today, so just going to, once Wimbledon's in, I'll be closing it up and head back home. I might come out for EK412 for the return flight this evening. I will ask for a pass. That's a replay of Frozen 04 from earlier. And Nguyen, g'day, how you going? Good to see you, mate. Yeah, I was speculating earlier about possibility of flights from Vietnam to Christchurch. Certainly be awesome to get direct flights from Vietnam to Christchurch. I do see that the country's sort of developing sort of more trade with Southeast Asia, and Vietnam is definitely a major player in Southeast Asia. Yeah, once that one's finished, I have got okay, so this is C17 from a while ago now, but well worth taking a look at. Just while we're in a bit of a lull and while I'm having my lunch. He says as his cup goes for a bit of escape. Yeah, 90% is not bad, mate. He says as he coughs away. Apologies. Yeah. Random Prince, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. So these are replays while we have a bit of a lull and while I eat a bit of lunch. Yeah, just to sort of fill in time. So this is a C17 from a couple of weeks ago. One we managed to catch. It was awesome to see, and we don't mind bringing it to you again. We had the Luftwaffe A321 fly over earlier. To be honest, 321s, we see 321s all the time. If it had been the A400, would have been awesome, absolutely awesome. But it wasn't, so it's not quite so awesome. But it was great to see the Luftwaffe here, and just doing a flyover.